God asks Moses to speak to all the congregation and tell them, "You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy." Now usually we would understand holy as something set apart, someone who is different, someone who is very devout, someone who is very close to God, someone who sits for prayer and prays better than us. We would call this person truly a holy person. But based on today's reading, I will take a slight diversion than what we had in mind. After when God speaks to Moses that people need to be holy, he follows saying, "You shall not steal, you shall not deal falsely, you shall not lie." All that is good is being instructed. You shall not swear falsely by my name, profaning the name of your God. You shall not defraud. You shall not keep the wages of the laborer until morning. You shall not render any unjust judgment. You shall not hate anyone in your heart. You shall not take vengeance. You shall not have grudge, but love your neighbor as yourself. In a way, it gives us, I did not say all the actions which are being listed there in the first reading, but God gives all these details, how you can be good, how you can act good, how you can live good, speak good, and think good. And in a way, when you do this, you will be holy like your Lord, your God is holy. And we can very well connect this to the gospel today. When God will separate the good from the bad, good toward the right, he will say to them, "Come and inherit the kingdom prepared for you. For I was hungry, you gave me food. I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. I was naked, you clothed me. I was sick and you took care of me. In prison, you visited me." And they are surprised. How? When did this happen? And he says, as long as you did it to the least of these brothers and sisters of yours, you did it to me. So when you live a good life, think good, speak good, and act in a good way, and truly love your neighbor, your brother and sister as yourself, that's the time you can be holy like God. It is the outward, reaching out, thinking of the other person that makes you holy. I'm not saying give up the prayers. I'm not saying give up the relationship. That is all important to understand God, to have that godliness come in us, to have that God life be part of us. If we don't know God, we won't be able to live God. So continue all that you are doing to be holy and add this goodness, add this virtuous life which is presented in both the readings today. To be holy as God is holy.